I'm not mistaken, there are only 4 legacy cards in this version. That might actually be correct, because I'm playing Thorn of Amethyst. It's Eye of Ugin, Karakas, Crop Rotation, and Savannah. They're all lands. Crop Rotation, I guess. It's going on Apprentice. Yeah, it's like this one's banned in Modern. This isn't Modern legal. This isn't Modern legal. This isn't Modern legal. Boom, boom, boom. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Is there a reason we're playing Thorn over Spear? Just because when we bring them in, we're also going to bring in Thalia and Canonist? Yeah, that's exactly it, Rabbit Goat. I was testing this deck against Elves, and I don't actually think I wasn't boarding in Sphere of Resistance when I was playing against Elves, which, if I'm not boarding in Sphere of Resistance against Elves, it might as well just be Thorn of Amethyst, because Elves is the only matchup where I might want that type of effect. Yeah, Eye is really big game. Beat to death in Tucson all day. I don't play Kozilek in Modern. Kozilek's not particularly well positioned in Modern. We just want him for the more grindy. There aren't as many grindy decks in Modern. Should I buy an Alpha Underground Sea or take the family to Disney? You should take the family to Disney. And then you should buy like 2 or 3 Hex decks, because that's also cheaper than an Alpha Underground Sea. Like, you probably own 8 of every card in Hex for the cost of an Alpha Underground Sea. Roommate back in Boulder, we ain't never getting older. Doo-doo. Oh, Legacy Q times. During tomorrow night's stream, we're going to explore Vintage for the first time. Sounds fun. I'm excited to try some Vintage. I hope y'all are excited to watch some Vintage. Hopefully we queue back into that Miracles player that beat us while we were playing Stoneblade and just, like, teach them what Legacy's really about if you want to go big. I'm going to put a Nahiri in the board of this deck before I forget in the morning. I thought I put a Nahiri in here earlier, so I wouldn't forget, but I wasn't there, so I forgot. I guess it's fine. Like, not super exciting, but fine. Got, like, interaction against some combo decks. Other Tron-like things. Perfect Rogue. Yeah, I haven't actually checked to see what Traders has in stock or not. I guess I should do that before I make promises. Tron. I could get the Relic going, but, like, this start likely means something fair. This could be Storm, and, like, I'm gonna be sad if it's Storm and I didn't play the Relic, but, like, I'm probably just gonna take one of the non-mentor deck lists that had done well recently and, like, start there. Like, that's, like, the smart thing to do, right? To the ground. More Tron pieces. Looking for more Tron pieces. None of those. are the Tron pieces I'm looking for. I guess I kind of don't mind a Karn, right? It's a tilt. There wasn't a second Tron piece in the top 7 cards of our deck there. It could be Stikacho, yeah. And if it's Stikacho, like, this doesn't... Like, holding this up could be relevant if it's Stikacho. We do also have crop rotation for our Karakas, which is nice. If it's Stikacho, but it'd be sad that we put Thragtusk in over the Containment Priest. Do 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 do. Oh, please be a fair mid-range deck. Please be a fair mid-range deck. Please be a fair mid-range deck. Karn's so excited that you're probably a fair mid-range deck. Karn, please be a Grixis mid-range deck. Fetch a Tropical Sea. Under Tropical Island, whatever. Even if you Abrupt Decay my thing here, still don't care. Yep. So long, cards. I didn't need you anyways. The Moon. That's a fair mid-range card, ladies and germs. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Let me tell you a little story about this Tron piece we just drew. And the Karn that it helps enable. At the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep my superhuman mind kryptonite. You would have held the map so they can't. That's a good point. It's a good point. It also lets me hold up Warping Wail. Strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted. Shoot down. Okay, so I can't. That doesn't do anything. I think I'm actually just supposed to trade this Karn for the Leovold. It's a little awkward. I wonder if they're going to force this. This says whenever we target any of their crap, they get to draw a card, which is a little annoying. Yep. Yeah, Ostone would have been great there. I'm pretty sure they have a force in their hand right now, the way they tanked there. The way they tanked makes it feel like they have a force. No, I can't. Even if I plus, they draw. I don't want them to draw a card. Like, plus... I need to take the Leovold off the table. Hey, Clobster with the brand new 40-day subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Welcome. The human mind, kryptonite. Yeah. You'll call me Superman. If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with human mind, kryptonite. Are they not working at all? Let me pull up my Streamlabs. The old Testaruni here. The good news is even if they have a force here, we're going to 13 here, and then we're going to get to tutor a fat thing, and then, yeah, okay, so play this Urza Tower, pass. Oh, just like play around. That's fair. Well, like if they like Abrupt Decay plus him, that could get really dicey for us. They got a couple of bolts here, it could be in trouble. Yeah, Snapcaster kills us here. Deal. Huh. Now the real question becomes, do I exile the Gurmag and the Snap or the Gurmag and the Jace? It's probably the Gurmag and the Jace, right? Test. Alright, I had to refresh it. Sorry about that. Ooh, now I have to exile other things. Alright, hopefully we're just like a professional, like ripping O-Stone here and they don't have a force. I feel like they have a force, though. Feels like they have a force. I think this is the play to win line. Maybe that's wrong. Yeah, that's probably wrong. I'm probably supposed to cast this, make them force it. Yeah, that's probably wrong. I'm probably supposed to cast that and make them force it. Yeah, that was a punt. Alright, let's bring those in. I actually don't love crop rotation in this matchup because I don't have any wastelands, and Warping Wail's kind of mediocre too, right? I guess crop rotation's better than Warping Wail. Like all the rest of our cards. The rest of these are fine. Yeah. That seems good. It kind of sucks having our bombs in our opener like this because they can get hemmed and thought seized. Well, we've exiled with Ulamog there. We would have exiled 2 of their threats. We would have exiled Gurmag Angler plus Deathray Shaman most likely. Yeah. Yeah. What are we brainstorming at the end of my turn for? Good girls. Sorry to the new subs and the resubs that did get notifications. My Twitch, my Streamlabs must have been a little bit foobarred. And again, like I said, having Kozilek in the opener is kind of a liability because of what just happened. Power plant here. Power plant, pass the turn. Play Carno next turn. Zikan Fazer. We could get him again, I suppose. No, I don't think so. We weren't. They would have had to need another counterspell. I don't think we're a favorite to win, but it was definitely objectively correct to wait. Little girl, you're in the middle of the line. Everything'll be just fine. Everything'll be alright, alright. And not for someone else. Just take some time, a little girl, you're in the middle of the... If they Jace here, maybe we could be in trouble, depending on whether or not the Sylvan Scrying resolves. Little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Think everything They force Ulamog, attack with Snap, Bouncer, Snap, and Flashback with K-Command. Oh, then it's correct to eat the Deathrite Shaman, or eat the Snapcaster Mage, whatever. Same difference, right? Alright, let's see how lucky we are. Ding. And by that I mean ding. Go. That's kind of sad, because, like, that was going to be an Eye of Ugin. But, like, you know, whatever. They have Snapcaster plus 1 card I don't know. Draw another bomb here. Time a little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Be just fine. Everything'll be alright. Here's an article talking about why I think this deck is reasonable in Legacy. I already have 2 Eyes of Ugin in play. Look at that. The realist of talks. And your opponent has Ugin and you can't ever win. Oh, Salt at 10. It's 10, yeah. Well, Sands and Maelstrom Pulse are in a pretty bad spot here. I guess Gurmag Angler wouldn't be the worst for them. Am I just supposed to, like, minus this for the turn? Probably. Just, like, clean their board up. Maybe I was supposed to do that the first time. Probably was supposed to do that the first time. I think this list is reaching pretty far from not getting much. I feel like bonus piece could be good in big mana decks. I feel like, and I'm just going to be real blunt like I always am, I feel like all of the current post lists are mostly shit, and this deck might also be mostly shit, but saying it's a worse version of these other decks that are awful without playing it is disingenuous and like a waste of everyone's time. Like everyone like always does that, and it's like it's the reason why formats like Legacy are so slow to like change and adapt and like have actual new things tried in them, because people are so terrified to actually work on new things. It's like, come on, just like take a minute and like actually think about it. Don't just be like, no, it's bad, man. It's just worse than Cloud Post. Cloud Post is banned in Modern, so it has to be better. The Modern ban list has to make sense. So the Modern ban list makes 0 sense. So it's very real that Tron is better than 12 Post, but 12 Post is banned in Modern and Tron isn't. If the Post deck is good, where are the results? Show me the money. Show me the money. That's what I have to say. Is show me the money. Where are the Post? I probably should have played the map on one after I drew this, right? And again, I do this all the time. I have a line of play in my head, and I don't readjust my line of play when I draw something new. Legacy, the power level of the things that are good in Legacy is so much higher than all of the other cards that see play. Get a power plant here, Mind Tower, power plant. It's really hard to introduce new things into Legacy because, one, people see something new like this and they just shit down your throat constantly and try and discourage you. Like, if I was a newer player that like was working on this idea, I would have been completely discouraged by, ooh, that's rude. That's rude. Now I have to like do stuff. That's so annoying. And by that I mean we'll draw an Oblivion Stone at some point, or like cast this Karn for 7 mana because they have no pressure. Even money we beat this Blood Moon. Probably better than even money we beat this Blood Moon. If they don't Jace next turn, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. I guess I'm going to play this so I can go get my basic forest and just pass for now. Look, man, they're trying to beat the Tron matchup. Actually, they're pretty unlikely to like find a Jace, right? We might just like wait and set up a whole bunch here. Where'd you go? One basic forest, come at me, bro. I probably... Ooh, I can't actually cast that. That's funny. I probably want to go ham on this relic so they can't big fish me, right? Like, stopping a big fish is a pretty big game here. It's going to be, like, tough for them to, like, fill their crypt back up. Without fetch lands, especially. Like, we're just, like, well on target here to just, like, cast this Karn for 7 mana. No good for me. Man, look at the insane pressure my opponent has applied to the table. My ghost, where'd you go? Did I bring in the Thragtusk? I brought in the Thragtusk, right? Okay, so we'll cycle this. Get a Thragtusk. Eye of Ugin, sure. Put that into play so it doesn't get him to Toroct. Am I cantripping this? Cantripping this doesn't do anything meaningful, right? I guess if I had an Oblivion Stone here, I already had a green mana floating. Whoops. Hey, look, the first thing they need to counter. They'd have a K command for this one too, though. Oh, look, Leovold. That card's really castable while they have a Blood Moon in play. Leovold. Fancy. Let's exile this before they play a land and play Gurmag Angler. Make me feel stupid. Should have done that on my turn. Small mistake. Not punished. Luckily, this is my little slice of the internet, so I don't have to listen to people like that that are just going to sit there and be like, no, you're wrong. You're dumb. I could crack this looking for a Thragtusk. Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, we should have cracked this at end of turn, actually, because I could draw Wurmcoil. Not punished. That's fine. I don't think I'm playing around to Spell Pierce next turn. I'm just going to, like, jam Carno here. Putting 3 cards in the bottom does kind of suck. You're not wrong. We'll hit a map at some point and shuffle, right? And what's actually funny, I think if this Karn resolves, I'm not actually exiling the Blood Moon right away. I want to keep them constrained on colors. I want to... What did they do with that? Yeah, back up Blood Moon. Okay, deal. Yeah, this Karn's just going to go, like, up, right? They need Force Blue card here. Which they have, as always. You have 2 blue cards, and they were picking between which one. It's a tilt. Alright, well, we've got 8 turns to find another relevant card. The good news is, like, O-Stones come off the top and, like, blow up right away. Yet Ugins are castable, too. Like that. That Ugin is castable. Not playing around Spell Pierce. Ugh, they have a Spell Pierce. Okay. How many Spell Pierces do these decks play? It can't be many, right? And, like, our deck's got a bunch of cantrips in it, too, so, like... Or, like, mostly bombs and cantrips at this point, right? I guess I had 2 more lands in my play. I had 2 more lands in my hands. Like, maybe I could wait and play around Spell Pierce. Like, I also just, like, draw more bombs, right? I have a Snapcaster Mage. That's a tilt, so now we're dead in 3. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, opponents drawn really well this game. That's fine. We're not out of it by any means, right? We got 2 more draw steps and a bunch of redraws. Yeah, like, that's a draw. Alright, I only have 1 card, so come at me, bro. Alright, get Troned. Get Troned. Like I said, opponents drawn well, and we're still in this game. Yep, resolves. To me, I'm just a piece of cake. These are our only 2 cards that cost colorless mana in our 75. I guess Warping Wail does technically, too. I was waiting for them to cast Ceremonious Rejection, right? Not a piece of cake for you to just discard. Bang. 10 out of 10 attacking with this. Oh. By that I mean, let's cast this. To you last. Concede? Concede? Woo! Man, this Blood Moon card's really good against Tron. They should. I see why they keep Blood Moon legal in Modern. It really keeps these Tron decks in check. Oh no, the draw card button's broken. And I technically tapped my lands wrong there. but it didn't matter. It's gonna smoke if you got them, folks. I don't even smoke, and I think I could use a cigarette after that one. While we're waiting for the next batch to pop, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. We're brewing Tron and Legacy here this evening. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com is what makes these streams possible. They lend me all of the cards, so if you're going to buy Magic Online cards, please do so with them and use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout. You'll save 8% on your singles orders. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using code Jeff5, you can save 5% on your purchases of Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic the Gathering cards. That's the game we're playing. InkedGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats and mousepads and sleeves. And finally, SpareDeck.com will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. And as we talked about earlier, almost all of this deck is modern legal. And, like, you could easily budget these Savannahs for something else, right? Like, so, like, you could rent, I'll bet you you could probably even rent crop rotations from them. That they could find those. Those are commons. We on the draw, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna keep it. Savannah could even just be more... Actually, it might even be correct that just, like, playing 3 or 4 Horizon Canopies is right. When I think of Red-Green Tron and Legacy, I tried Red-Green Tron off-stream, and it was not impressive. I don't think the red cards, like Punishing Fire, fix any of the problems this deck has. I think the Punishing Fires are pretty good in match... Oh, no, they're going to Chalice us, and we're going to die. Please just Blood Moon me. 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 Wish granted. Stranger, a player singing I love you. At least I think I do. My kingdom for an O-Stone. Now, the turn 1 moon might get us on the draw. Yeah, especially with the extra pressure there. I'm just going to go ahead and play out all these 1-mana cards. There's definitely Chalice of the Voids in their deck, so let's just, like, get these out here. So they're going to put us to 14. We'll play a 3rd land. They're going to put us to 10. We'll play a 4th land. Okay, if we hit an O-Stone next turn, we could be okay. And no longer okay. No longer okay. Be a heartbreaker. You know it's like the little danger. Stranger, a player singing I love you. Get the colorless cards out of here. Can't cast those under a Blood Moon. Maybe Relic's... It's so awkward. Like, Relic's not good, but, like, maybe it's fine just because it cantrips. You know, I don't really think I want these other cards. What's up with the Kozilek in it? It's like a bomb. I don't think the whales are very good. Yeah, Relic is bad versus Chalice, but I don't think I want these other cards more, right? I guess the Warping Wail is, like, okay. It can, like, accelerate us. The problem is, like, we just can't cast it while there's a Blood Moon out. First strike board interaction. Is that real? I guess it blocks Rebel Master and Megas. Is that real? Yeah, Thalia slows us down a ton. Well, how do we feel about Warping Wail versus Relic? I feel like that's the only discussion worth having here. I guess Warping Wail... No, Rails are pretty much all instants. I think Needle's worse than a cantrip. I think Needle is worse than a cantrip by a lot. I'm gonna try the whales. Not actually sure what I prefer. That's the naturals, ladies and gentlemen. It might be worth it for the round. Maybe on the draw we'll put the Thalias in. If the whales don't seem good, we'll probably play Thalias. Yeah, they don't usually run Song. This is like a stompy deck. Looking for an O-Stone. Hey, look at that, just like that one. Oh, I guess I should have taken a land there, right? I can correct the map for a land. Yeah, that's fine. This thing destroys artifacts, actually. That's kind of scary. Sending us for 6 and then 8. If they have another Rebel Master, we're actually going to be dead before we can do anything. Yeah, we're actually just dead, right? Remember that time we didn't board the Thalia in? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yep, dead. Sometimes you had a fast combo. Like, none of our hate cards are really good against that deck, right? And like decks like what my opponent's playing, like those decks are just like hot garbage against like Delver, and they're hot garbage against like the Stoneblade deck. So that's why like advantages to like playing those good fair interactive mid range decks. Like those decks are actually very good in Legacy. Yeah, that's true. We didn't see Warping Wail anyways. Legacy. So like we had that match against Alurin in the last part of the Stoneblade League, and like I always describe Legacy as like having the most polarizing matches of Magic imaginable. Like right, like it has some of the most complex and deep and interesting matches of Magic, and then there's matches like that where it's like, all right, Blood Mood, Rabble Master, kill you, or like, all right, turn 1 Belcher you, kill you. Or like turn 1 Dark Ritual, Cabal Therapy, take your Force of Will away, Dark Ritual, ad nauseum, draw my deck, kill you. Like Legacy definitely has some wonderful games, but it also has some like exceedingly frustrating games. And like you just gotta roll with that, otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Time to pass you by. You have to league in an hour. You're not wrong. A lot of the leagues are just like an hour and a half or so with this deck, as opposed to like the 2.5 hours we played with the Stoneblade deck. Pretty sure I'm playing the Stoneblade deck tomorrow. Like the Stoneblade and the Grixis Silver deck, like I said, if you want to be if you care about winning matches of Legacy, if you're playing a tournament where you like really care about winning and you're not just playing for entertainment's sake, you should be playing Grixis Silver, you should be playing the Stoneblade deck. If you're just like jamming to have a good time or someone else paid for it, the Strong deck's very reasonable. It's like moderately competitive too. I have a good time with it. I cash most of the leagues I play with it. A second just hands on mine. The clock is ticking, so stay. I also think you should probably be playing Delver over Stoneblade if you're only considering. I don't know if it's actually that far off. Having played the Stoneblade deck a lot, I feel like the Stoneblade deck is harder to metagame against Rogue. Need you, and I need. You need to hear someone that's not awful sing it. I understand. You ever play any Sneak and Show thoughts or wipe away the cyborgs to get extra ability or chat? I haven't actually played Sneak and Show. I am of the opinion from the time I spent testing Reanimator and Sneak and Show, and this is like when Miracles was legal, right? Like I haven't touched these archetypes since Miracles was banned. Sneak and Show just felt like a bad Reanimator deck to me. Like if you want to be playing that strategy, I would much rather be playing it with Thought Seizes and like being more all in. Let's do a Legacy fight. Not a snowball's chance in hell while I've 't got Tron lands in play. And I need to go to bed after this league because my kids are going to be awake in like 6 hours. I find out if this Cataxian Probe. Oh yeah, remember that talk about polarizing matches? Oh, this is just a cantrip. We kept the old Probe Petal Cantrip hand. It's ambitious. Maybe we have a chance. 2 Warping Wails in the hand is really great until we get Cabal Therapy here. These are all cards that are good in this matchup. All of these cards are good in this matchup until we die. You know what to say about people that play Badlands. Yep. God. Response earlier, not wanting to stream with a handout. That response essentially, I care more about money that I'm making from streaming than the content I'm producing from. Well, it's not even good content. The reason why it would be losing me money is because it's crappy content. So like, again, like the reason why would be like, you know, 100 or so people. Like I streamed the challenges for a day, and like I gauged how much interest there was in it from that, and like it's not worthwhile. This is my favorite part about playing Tron. I just get to press the auto pass button and not feel bad about it. Just kill me. They only have 3 cards in their hand. They're drawn up to 4. They don't even have a second land yet. We can get really lucky and win this game. You have to try and be entertaining between two. Oh no, I lied. We're dead. Ad nauseum, empty for 10. Good beat, good beat. I have a series of draws that can get us out of this, right? No, I don't think so. I think I once upon a time was a very stupid child and played Death and Taxes. I think Death and Taxes is probably the worst it's ever been in Legacy. Like, once upon a time it was probably reasonable, but it's really bad right now. Like, exceedingly bad. I don't think it's good against the current iterations of Delver, and I don't think it's good against, the other control decks in the format. Seems really miserable. Where's your knackle, bro, right? So, I had a Tabernacle in the first build of this deck, Jody, and I kept just, like, being awful. Like, this was, like, the only matchup I wanted it in. The actual answer is that if Magic Online's replay functionality worked, I would be more than happy to recast the replays of my stream. I actually did that. So with Dead Guy Ale, I was able to recast my previous playthrough of it, but Magic Online's replay function is broken with all decks that have, as soon as you play a card like Pithing Needle or Cabal Therapy or a card that Meddling Mage that asks you to name a card out of your opponent's deck, the replay function of Magic Online just stops fucking working. So like I had, it was Dead Guy Ale because it didn't have any of those cards in it, that I was able to recast the thing that I top baited because the replay function worked. Under the sheets and you're killing me. Like, no joke, I plan to stream on Sunday nights, and I also plan to play the Legacy Challenge most Sundays. I would kick off every Legacy Challenge with, I would kick off every Sunday night stream with a Legacy Challenge replay, but, that's not an option. That's Magic Online. The fact that this doesn't slow down our artifacts is so good. I mean, to be fair, Magic Online only makes like $25 million a year. So like it's not that much money. They're working with ends meet here. It's just like, it's like 2 guys out of the back of their van. They're doing their best. They're doing the best with what they got. Selling money here. And like, that being said, I'm here, I'm playing Magic Online. Magic Online is 10 out of 10 the most convenient way to play competitive Magic from your home. And it's not particularly close. It's super convenient. No, I really don't follow spoilers. I find it really, really awkward to like have to reassess. Like, assessing a card's power level is contextual to the format that it's in. So like if you don't know all of the cards that are in the format, you can't really accurately assess them. So I generally wait for a full spoiler to come up before I like expend any mental energy evaluating cards. The wild things are... I'm gonna get like Chain of Vapor and then die here. We're just gonna make some goblins. This is not a sufficient amount of goblins. Hurkyl's Recall kill me? Could be Recall kill me. Echoing Truth kill me. Sure. That was not one I had explored. It might have been right to just play the Relic last turn and hold it up so I don't get... If we're getting Ad Nauseamed anyways. No, it's Past in Flames. Wait. Burning Wish. Okay. Is this just like a value Tendrils? This is a value Tendrils? They can't go off with goblins here. They don't have enough. Miscount Sad Face. Alright. Looks like they punted. Like our 808s away. I'm not going to be up how much. I was going to go to bed after the Stoneblade League, but someone sent me money to play Tron in Legacy, and I like playing Tron in Legacy, and if someone else is paying for it, I'll 10 out of 10 stay up a little bit late. And I wanted to try the White Splash, so I'm sure we're just about to get ranched here anyways, especially because like they're playing the Chromatic Burning Wish version, which is like really good against us, right? Alright, I think this is a keep. It's got like this, and this, and we just like hope to get a turn 2. Anytime they kill us like turn 2 on the play, we're like just dead. Like there's no way this matchup is good, but I think... Maybe especially once they like board into some like anti-disruption, that like maybe we don't die on turn 2. Like maybe we get a turn 2. Maybe that might be ambitious thinking though. And this hand does need to draw land, which kind of sucks. Well, like it's got a lot of important cards in it. You don't like our 808s, we. Oh no! Oh no! Please don't kill me. I wonder if I should just have like this giant pile of Mindbreak traps in my board. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's like the actual answer. Just like you do the old 4-trap Aruni and like hope for the best. Like play 4 thorns and 4 traps and just like stop dicking around with all the other stuff. It's like this is the storm plan, ladies and gentlemen. 4 traps, 4. All right, opponent, kill me. Kill me. We can hard cast it off of Stars and Spheres. Hey, my dead opponent, you have 6 cards. We don't know what to do with... Oh yeah! Oh yeah, my body is ready to die. Yep, dead. Please have miscounted again. Oh yeah, double LED? No way. That Storm on easy mode got double LED. Maybe they'll forget to hold control. She's been dancing on the nightclub. Rats! They held the control button. That's so unfortunate. We're so unlucky. No, she's 17. Oh, she's... And they're all 21. How much longer she can get? I guess they could get really unlucky here. Come on, just flip like Running Past and Flame for me. Understand. Got so many older friends. They could have like Burning Wished and made goblins. I think they were supposed to like tutor for Burning Wish and make goblins. Am I dead? Rite of Flame. Yeah, Rite of Flame. They got it. No way she pushed that an excuse. And now it's just fine. Yeah, like I said, Storm with 2 LEDs is like Storm on easy mode. You just have like all the mana to do everything. And like, it might just be like this matchup's just like, that matchup's bad enough that it's just like not savable, and like playing white cards is just like too cute. It's just like not worth it. I'd very realistically accept that that's the truth. You should just like die to Storm and then just like hope to win all your other matchups. I feel like shoring up the Delver matchup is probably more realistic than shoring up the Storm matchup, so maybe I should focus on that. It's okay. Crop Rot turns the Horizon Canopy into a Tron piece. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, Storm's got a bunch of lopsided matchups, right? You get, like, eaten by Delver, and you get to eat other things. Yeah, Tess is almost certainly harder than Ant, right? Because they've got Chrome Boxes, too, which means they're more likely to go off on turn 1 and 2 a little bit more often. Yeah. Everyone away. Well, this card makes Death Ray Jump but not do a whole lot, so I guess I'll just pass here. Yeah, she got a fake ID. They'll never know she's 17. Friends and they're all 21. Sure. Alright, looking like another fair deck. Yeah, Warping Wail could exile this. I really don't think I care about that though, right? Like, this Relic's just like sitting here making yippee poopy. Actually, I think I'm gonna cycle this Relic. And I'm waiting on this Stirrings because I don't know exactly which Tron piece I need. Perfect. Now I know. Knowledge is power. Next turn I can Crop Rot for the last Tron piece and then play and crack the Stone. Dose of... Could be Delver. Fiction. Strike up the band. Whoa, the conductor. Maybe I'm supposed to Warping Wail that. I did not play in a bash today or a challenge. I had a family barbecue that I went to. I'm gonna play the Legacy Challenge tomorrow though. Oh, this is the stupid Alluring deck again. Deal. Nice card. Don't force me, bro. I think I'm just supposed to pass the turn here. It gives him an extra shot with this, but I think that's fine. Singing like you mean it now. Don't you get it now? Don't you move. The conductor is beckoning. They have 2 recruiters, I'm dead. Yeah, that's fine. No, these are just the random ones I got from TGO traders. Goodbye, Karn. Now they are gonna get to take my other thing away now too, aren't they? It's a little unfortunate. I guess I could blow this Ocean up in response here. And then they can't Cabal Therapy me. I could die because of this, but fuck it. They don't have the enchantment and the creature here. We're in a pretty good spot. And if they have the enchantment plus 2 creatures, we were dead anyways, so... Oh, I could have wailed the flashback, huh? That's fine. It all worked out. Oh, and now they're gonna get to flashback anyways. That's dumb. That was so fucking terrible. It's late. It's 1 a.m. here. They could just cast another creature and then flash it back. Yeah, this was super bad on my part. Gee, Hoagland, why'd you fuck it up? Because I've been playing for 4 hours and I intended to play for less than 2. That's why I fucked it up. I'm truly out, taking me down. Into sky. It's the cycle, immediately draw a green card. Oh. To the beat of your heart. Hey, young blood, doesn't it feel? Time is running out. And remember that time I'd have cast a Kozilek this turn if I'd have sequenced properly? Pepperidge Farm remembers that time I'd have cast a Kozilek this turn if I'd have sequenced properly. God bless us, everyone. Probably still gonna lose this game. Like a phoenix. Out of Robin Banks. I mean, the good news is we get to Ulamog them next turn. Real shame we didn't get to do this, though. Hey, young blood. And by that, I mean we could die here. Running out. I'm gonna change you like a remix, and I'll raise you. Phoenix. Phoenix. Better an Explorer deal. Till the end of turn. They only have 2 green sources in play, don't they? War is won before it's begun. By playing Crack this, I can get a green source and play it. Right? Oh, I could get this Karakas. Did I just get this Karakas? Yeah, that's right, right? Take you off your green sources? Like a phoenix. Doesn't it feel? And I'll raise you. Phoenix. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ulamog is in the house. Alright, Pithing Needle is great. Relic is bad. O-Stone seems fine. Thought-Knot seems fine. Seal seems fine. Karakamog. Yep. You haven't really lived until you've just, like, Ulamogged your opponent again and again and again into submission. It's a good time. Oh, Ethersworn Canonist is like the nuts, right? All these fatties seem fine. I'm not gonna bring in this. Let's leave that guy out. Did I want the crop rotations? I'm gonna cut a crop rotation. Well, I guess they're not playing forces, right? They're just on like a bunch of discard. Let's start a riot. I don't think I've gotten forced out of them yet. Yeah, it seems fine. It's a little soft to probe therapy if they take our sphere away on one. Feel. Painful. So opponent mulligan to 5. God bless. No, don't spell pierce me. Why did they fetch there? I don't understand, but teach their own. Like a green mana, please, Magic Online. Ooh. Ooh. Tron, 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 Tron. Just Tron things, ladies and gentlemen. They do have forces. Interesting. Land, Allurin, combo card. Rats. They didn't have it. I'm so lucky. So lucky. Let's draw a land so I can play this Ugin, shall we? Just get up. Let's start a riot. A riot. Let's start a riot. Let's find a Karn with this one. How good would that be? Find a Karn with this one. What are you casting? You have so many mana, so many colors. Recruiter the guard, sure. Phyrexian Revoker, maybe? Another recruiter, sure. Alright, that means we can find Ulamog as well. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you sing the Tron song. Tron, 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 Tron. Oh no, my opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Come back, opponent. We were having fun. I was having fun. Are you telling me it wasn't good for you? It was good for me. All right, this is gonna be the last match of the evening, folks. I'm gonna get to bed after this. Do 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 do. Me know when I've done wrong. All along, go around a time or two just to waste my time with you. Find out things you don't wanna play. You are the only one that needs to know. I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Don't tell anyone, no, you'll be just another regret. Dirty little secret, who has to know? Shh. You think Green-Black Tron is better in Modern based on your testing? Do you think Green-White Tron is better in Legacy? I don't think so. I think after getting ranched by Storm, I think my plan is just going to be like, play the black cards and like maybe play some Mindbreak traps. I don't play music so you can hear it, because playing music that I don't have permission to broadcast to all of you on the internet is not only against the law in the United States, but it's against my Twitch user agreement. It's breaking copyright law. So as opposed to breaking the law like many popular streamers and breaking my Twitch agreement, it's one of those things where like you agree to Twitch that you're not going to do it, but Twitch just like turns an eye for some reason. So like until someone relevant gets sued for large sums of money, like popular Twitch streamers are going to continue like basically stealing music for their audiences. Also, not everyone, not all 300 of you that are watching would enjoy my shitty music that I'm listening to. I am going to inflict my bad karaoke upon you on occasion because that's what I'm doing. But like this way, you can listen to your own music in your headphones, and you don't have to listen to whatever I picked out for you. You'll be just another regret. Easy mulligans. I'll keep you in mind. This has a scry. Yeah, there's another Tron piece on top of my deck. I can feel it. Just another regret. Show me that Tron piece on top. Oh, baby. What a shill. Shilling for Karn over here, ladies and gentlemen. Just like, Karn is just like right there, and I'm gobbling it up. Karn 2020, Karn for Prez. Please be playing a fair deck. Play your Deathrite Shaman opponent. Play your Deathrite Shaman. That's not a Deathrite Shaman. It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life. I don't need a hand to hold. Even when the night is cold, I got that fire in my soul. Oh no! Oh no! The enemy of Tron decks everywhere! The mighty wasteland. Ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life. Ooh, it's need a hand to hold. Even when the night is cold, I got that fire in my soul. Could be Sultai Delver. Could just be a mid-range deck with a couple Wastelands in it. Once upon a time, like Shardless Bug played 2 Wastelands to him to Torak. Okay, could be Delver. Maybe we're supposed to hold up Warping Wail there. Tilt. Just Tron things. Where my Karns at? Where my Karns at? Alright, I guess this'll do. Oh no! Baleful Strix. Alright, maybe a mid-range deck? Maybe a mid-range deck? Basic Forest. Probably not Delver. Solo right. We're gonna bin this Warping Wail to this Liliana. I don't need a hand to hold. Even when the night is cold, I got that fire in my soul. Correct. And like, the problem is that like this build, right, with like all these 2-drops in it, like 2-drops are too slow. You just die. Like 2-drops are not fast enough against Storm, and our deck really can't play meaningful 1-mana interaction. It's like not something we can do. The O-Stone's actually pretty sweet here because it means my opponent's not going to want to commit more stuff to the board. He says as his opponent commits another thing to the board. Do you have an Abrupt Decay maybe? Sure. Tilt. Alright, so they're playing Shardless Bug with a couple Wastelands. We'll see if my opponent wants to push this up or not. Me, myself, and I. I'm pretty sure I want to wait on this Oblivion Stone cracking. Especially if they're willing to keep pushing the Liliana up. Although I guess if I like draw something big, I'm going to want to play it, and then they could decay the Oblivion Stone and I could get into trouble. But anything big that I draw, I'll deal with the Liliana too, right? Yes, I'm just going to take a draw step. Don't need anything. Last 2 cards. Okay, so now they could draw Abrupt Decay off the top and kill the O-Stone, and I'll be in trouble. I guess that's fair. That's not a sequence I thought about. Or they could cantrip into an Abrupt Decay. Or cascade into an Abrupt Decay. Ding. Ding. Alright, so we'll have to crack this O-Stone next turn. We don't get Liliana ulted, but at least it's better than that. If you have to pick a side of the table to be on the top deck war, you basically want to pick the Tron side of the table every time, for those that are unfamiliar. Let me tell you a story about top decks. The deck with 4 Karns in it. The deck with 4 Karns in it wants to be top decking. Pop that. Play the Savannah out because they have Lilianas and Hemtorks in their deck. They're spilled without Abrupt Decays. Well, that's great for us. I would love to cash this league. It's the Jace. You just draw a Jace off the top of your deck. Tilt. Oh. A command? Bloodbraid Elf. Weird. Okay, sure. Nah. Alright, that puts some pressure on us. Thankfully, our search effects are live too, because they just get Eye of Ugin. It's not a search effect. Alright, I'm taking 5 a turn, dead in 3 here. They shouldn't have a counterspells other than Force in their deck, right? I guess they could technically hardcast a Force here. Yeah, they could hardcast a Force off the Deathrite Shaman. Can you beat this Wurmcoil Engine? Again, bet on the Tron player in the top deck war most of the time. Good money's on the Tron deck. Gold. Nah. Eye of Ugin. Just let everyone remember why this card's banned in Modern. It's not even banned because of Tron. It's banned because of fucking Eldrazi. Alright, attack you for 6, gain 6. How does drawing 6 or 7 cards next turn feel? I feel like I would love to draw 6 or 7 cards next turn. Seems like something inside my wheelhouse. They could draw Wasteland here, I guess. God, Tron would be so good. Tron's still fine in Modern as is. Just, could be better. Where are my Titans at? Where are my Titans at? Land, please? Anything? Maybe a land? Playing that out first because this way I get to draw 7 cards here. I'm a sucker for drawing 7 cards. It's weird, I know. Tron. Oh no, my opponent doesn't want to play Magic with me anymore. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. My opponent has Wastelands in their deck, which kind of makes this weird. Okay, so I want these. I want these, I guess. I guess I don't want this Thragtusk then. I kind of want it for the grindy game, but at the same time, like, Wasteland. I guess I just cut the relics. I'm going to cut the relics and bring in the Thragtusk. Seems fine. Bring in the Sacred Grounds, the Pithing Needle, and the Thragtusk. Cut the whales and the relics. I like that. Extra O-Stone, too. Don't you tell me how to live my life. I wanted to draw an extra card, Clacker. Nanny girl like you did. Besides, I won the game. Clearly I made the correct line. I won the game. You should be with me instead. I know I can treat you better. Better than he can. It's like solid D straight. Like Tron piece, Tron piece, Tron piece stuff. Me too. Doesn't have any anti-wasteland cards in it, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. The wasteland is not the important part to beating the Tron deck. The pressure is the important part to beating the Tron deck. So like if my opponent can't like put a Tarmogoyf or like a Gurmag Angler or something into play, like actually speaking of Tarmogoyf, if they have Goyf in their deck, we'll probably bring the relics back in for game 3 and cut something else. We didn't actually see Goyf out of them though, so I think it's fine to hedge and cut the relic. But if they have relic and Death Ray in their deck, we 10 out of 10 want access to Relic of Progenitus. Do it alone. Let you down. Treat you better than he can. When you accidentally click out of Twitter, all right. I shouldn't tweet and play it this many hours in. Let's focus on the game and try and make minimal mistakes here. They took our map here, which was a good one. This is a Tarmogoose for pressure. Sylvan Library deal. You dirtle around all you want over there, opponent. That's a good one. That's a good one. Wasteland me, opponent. Do it. Huh. This card's probably just worse than Pithing Needle, isn't it? Because they can Deathrite Shaman the land in response to this trigger. This card's actually terrible. And we can't get it with Ancient Stirrings. They still need to kill it, but yeah, I think the more I think about this card, the worse it is than Pithing Needle. Cycling through these early is really good. I mean, that's... Yep, alright. Well, you know. Then nicotine. Nicotine. Yeah. How did a mosquito get in my house? That's annoying. Is there a hole in my screen? Not bad. Drang. It's better against artifact removal. That's true. A lot of the Delver decks are bringing in like Ancient Grudge against you, right? Nicotine. Losing that out of her hand really sucks. I've kind of wanted one of the original Drowsy Titans just for the fact that it can like shuffle my graveyard back into my deck. So like when they like grind through my threats, but that's only ever been relevant in one game. Like usually we end up having enough threats to kill them most games. I like that the white splash that Karakas is like an actual card. That's kind of sweet. Or it makes colored mana for like one of our spells. Fucking drag. Nicotine. Am I supposed to Pithing Needle something other than Wasteland? I should just name Wasteland, right? Just like make sure they can't kill my Tron. How do we feel? Like Liliana versus Wasteland here? It's probably just Wasteland still, right? I guess I could name like Jace or Liliana. I think we're just supposed to name Wasteland and just like hope that the top of our deck is better. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna name Wasteland. Wasteland. Just do that. Let's do that. I guess you could make an argument to not playing the Pithing Needle out. It gives me a chance to like keep the Oblivion Stone in my hand should they Hymn to Torok me. And it means the Oblivion Stone cracking is less awkward. I could just save the needle. Yeah, I think there's probably a strong argument for just saving the needle there. TT Needle. Because like now I'm gonna want to like put counters on both of these. Legacy gives you a better metagame for Tron is the biggest gain. Like Legacy's pretty exceedingly fair and kind of mid-rangey, and like Tron just like gobbles up fair mid-range decks for the most part. Yep. All right. You know what is awkward? The fact that Sacred Ground gets exiled by Ugin isn't irrelevant either. And unfortunately, we're not just top decking against top decks right now. Like, they've got cards in play in the Sylvan library. JK, I'm Tron. Wish I'd been a TT idol for a time. What's it like to be a dirty, filthy Tron player? It's kind of the greatest ever, actually. If anyone ever asks you whether or not you would rather be good at Magic or lucky, you make damn sure you choose lucky every single time. Also, if anyone out there is curious, I can, in fact, direct you to the crossroads at which I sold my soul to be this good at Tron. Definitely doesn't come naturally. You need to make a deal with a demon. The fact that our Ulamog is gone kind of sucks, but I guess I get to draw 6 or 7 here. We could just die. If they have another Bloodbraid Elf here, they could kill us through this Eugene, or through the Kozilek. Maybe getting Wurmcoil is better here for the first one. They both kind of suck if we get forced. If they have force, I think we're bucked either way. Kozilek doesn't counter spells until he's in play. Yeah, see, like, we're taking 8 here down to... We're taking 8 down to 7. And then... Yeah, like, I wish Ulamog we hadn't drawn Ulamog earlier. We could have that to tutor up. I've only ever interacted with Patrick a few times in person, but he's been a very reasonable human being every time I've interacted with him. So, like, assuming they have no force, because, like, we can't beat force either way, like, what's our best take here? Is Wurmcoil the better choice here? I think Wurmcoil is actually the better choice, assuming no force. The Ulamog is in our graveyard. That's what I've been talking about. The Ulamog got binned earlier. I think it's Wurmcoil. Because, like, drawing a bunch of cards doesn't really help. I think this Wurmcoil is actually better than that, because I really don't want to, like, get wastelanded. They both suck against force. That resolved. Okay. I guess they could have a bunch of... They have 3 removal spells here. Well, if they have 3 removal spells, it was better to have done this. But then, like, they probably get to wasteland me, and then, like, I'm pretty far out of this game with, like, how many cards they have in their hand. We have like Ancient Grudge. Like they certainly have Ancient Grudges on their 75, right? Yeah, that's very fair, Rogue. They definitely leave that one in. Like double Fatal Push, kill me here. Single Fatal Push is not lethal. Double Push is lethal. Yep, and then Ancient Grudge, sure. Good beat. Alright, good to be in the play for this one. And we didn't see Goyf, so I'm not going to bring the Relic in. Look, this is Magic Online. You don't want to assume things should or shouldn't be in people's decks. It's a recipe for making yourself real sad. So, Kozilek would have been better against the cards they ended up having, but I think that's being results-based. I think you could make an argument that maybe I was supposed to play the Oblivion Stone. This seems okay. Being results-based, Kozilek would have been better against what they had, but I think objectively speaking, the line I took was ideal. No, 3 mana is way more than 2. I know that sounds silly to say, but like that's a fact. Ask me what it's like sometime. Yeah, I definitely should have saved the Pithing Needle, and then we could have O-stoned. Yeah. Yeah, the way things ended up working out, I definitely. Oh no, we're getting Liliana'd. Feels bad. Yep. Think I have to bin this Eugene here. For a tower. None of those are a tower. I think I'm just gonna take the forest here. Any order, and then I can play this tower. And play this Chromatic Sphere. I'm gonna have to lose my Eye of Ugin with this line, right? I guess I can cycle this and draw a card so I don't lose the Eye of Ugin. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle this. I should have just kept this in my hand. I should have just kept the sphere in my hand. I really don't want to lose this Eye of Ugin. If we get him tier, we're gonna be in trouble. Him or Force are both pretty bad for us here. Because Force, they could force the scrap rotation. I'm gonna sack this Forest. God bless. I'm gonna crop rotation in response to this, so they have one less draw to blue card for a Force. And Vita. Yes, we get him tier off the Deathrite Shaman plus this land. They don't have a Force, are gonna be a great spot. Yep. So long cards. Oh, that's a red mana. Huh. Ancient Grudge? Deal. Alright, no Force blue card. Let's get rid of her. Get her gone. Alright. All right, my opponent said they're going to go back and watch this replay. I kind of hope for their sake that they don't. Okay, I've got a lot of pressure in play. Until I draw a land and pop this O-Stone. Maybe I pop this O-Stone? Maybe. Oh god, I might get the last card of their hand. Come on. Come on. Come on. They have 5 points of power in play. They get to kill this Karn. You know, it's small victories for them. You can't actually cast this because it costs 8. This is only 7. Need to put a Wurmcoil into play next turn though. Yep. That's very good for them. I guess they're basically on empty, right? By basically, I mean literally, they have 0 cards left in hand. They're spending this attack to kill Karn. They have an Ancient Grudge flashback as gas in the tank. Settle down and tighten up. Alright, land would be great so I can O-Stone this board before I play the Wurmcoil down. This is free to get and play out because we can go ahead and just get a tower here. I guess maybe there's an argument to holding that because if they rip a Wasteland, I could go then get whatever and replace whatever one they Wastelanded. But getting another land here means next turn I can O-Stone plus pop, which is kind of nice. To reach a little more. Grudge my Wurmcoil, sure. The fact that they were aggressive with that means this O-Stone won't die, which is nice. Hit me for 2 in the air, I assume. Oh, okay. Oh, they're Death Touch. That's fair. Can't tell me to feel. Tell to shut down. One, two, three, 4 spells and crypts for them to exile. That many. I've got a lifelink worm here. Probably. Am I just fetching another Wurmcoil next turn? Nah, I'm just gonna go get Ulamog. Am I kidding? I'm just gonna attack with both of these. They want to double here, that's fine. I'll gain a little bit of life. Deathrite Shaman. Up to 17. Gonna take them off of 2 of their. I guess this makes me exposed to Diabolic Edict a little bit. So maybe that's merit to not doing that. Guess this Ulamog. I'm gonna take them off of both their blue sources here. That way, once we crack this, they will not be able to cantrip. Na 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 na. Collect your thought. Alrighty. Sweet. Another 3-2 with Tron. Just all the deck does is 3-2. Cash is a lot of leagues. Like I said, I don't think the white cards are probably worthwhile. I think we just want, like... I think we probably just want some Mindbreak traps, honestly. That's it. Rogue, if you're still here, what should I cut from this board for this Nahiri? Is it just this last Surgical? Is that what we decided? I feel like we decided on cutting this last Surgical for it. I think I'm okay with that. Seems fine. Get a Lithomancer in here for the morning. All right, I'm gonna head to bed, folks. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Let's find someone else streaming Legacy to host here, hopefully.